Welcome to Potential Moveset, a mini-series I'll be doing into the game Jump Force releases. Now, I would like to say, before we start, that he will most definitely be in this game-based roster. They're not going to put the Silburn in here without Yhwach. Definitely not. That is not a possibility. So definitely expect to see him in the base roster. So let's get right into this. What type of fighter is Yhwach? Well, he's an usual king-like attitude. He gets straight to the point of things. He doesn't like violence, right? That's his thing. So expect an overall aggressive play style with possible health meter stealing attacks after results. Now, of course, we have to go on to his guard and what he'll be using to battle with. Now, you see the picture up top. Well, I mean, the picture on the bottom. We'll start with that. That will most likely be his guard for sure. Something very much similar to that. Now, I like to note, like I'm about to get to, the picture up top will not, that wasn't him. So we're only going to use what he himself actually did in the manga. Now let's move on to his grab before we go to his combos. Now what you see here is how he grabbed Ichigo. I 100%, well 99% confident that you'll be seeing this as his grab. As he drops him down, as you can see, grabs him in the head, crushes him, grabs him, drops him down, and then goes with his other arm and absorbs his power. That could potentially steal health or meter. Definitely seeing this in the game for sure. Now here we go with his light attack combo. I'll be using this fight with Ichibei and Aizen. We're going to mix those together to let's get a great grasp of what his light combo attack could be, going from left to right. A nice sword thrust, right slash, left slash, which can also be his light smash attack as well. And here's a very interesting part I definitely see him doing. He grabs you, and then squishes you, and then sends you flying upwards as you fall to the ground. Now that grab counts as 2 hits. This is 4 presses. So I could definitely see something like this happening for his light attack or head. With the arrow. Now this could be used to avoid attacks and take, it could potentially give you invincibility temporarily while this happens to, even out the fact that it does hurt you. So it's basically taking less damage, to avoid taking more type of thing. And of course you land on your feet and pull out the arrow quickly. Definitely see this type of reference happening. Now this you will be 100% seeing being part of his supers. Veen and Haben. Now this could potentially work and be integrated as a mid-range force field that can keep out beam attacks or super beam attacks and ultimate beam attacks. And of course, it will not work against physical attacks, as you can see here. In this fight with Ichibei, his force field did break. Now this could be continuous until he leaves or is hit within it or broken by an ultimate attack. Now of course, when he's in it, he can heal, and when your opponent enters it, they can slowly take damage. This is a callback to his healing abilities. Now I could definitely see this happening like that in the game, but you will definitely be seeing this force field used in some capacity in his moveset. Now, Yhwach is definitely the type of character that will probably use a counter similar to Ichigo in this game. Now, that counter could potentially be Sunk Altar. Now, I call this a Sunk Altar counter, and it's basically a counter that activates the cinematic, does damage, and steals 1 bar of meter at the same exact time. Now, that is in reference to the fact that he's trying to steal Ichibei's power in these panels right here. Now, on going from left to right, this is definitely how the animation would flow. He would probably go his arm out, and if you hit him when he does this, he'll say the words right here, and then you can see the massive explosion happen. Now, I can definitely see this happening, most definitely like this. Now it's time to go on to his final attack, which will have something to do with his ability, the Almighty. I call it Almighty Modification. Now what could this possibly do? Self-revival. We have yet to see anything like this in the game. Now I know it sounds a bit broken, but he's a broken character, so you gotta give him something good. Now, of course, instead of being KO'd, you come back in your transformed state. That's very important. That needs to happen for sure. Now for gameplay, you can come back with your half health and a time limit buff. Now you won't be coming back every time with half health. That would be a bit too broken. Now I could definitely see you come back with 20% less each time. And of course the buffs do not stack. Now while transformed, I must add in his awakening, the Almighty, which will be called that. His other moves will change appearance, like Blunt Vein and Sunk Altar will be black instead of their respective colors blue. Now I could definitely see this in a game, and I know it sounds broken, but this definitely needs to happen. Now I'll finally look at his super moves in Jump Force format. Sunk Bogen, Boot Vein and Heaven, Sunk Altar Counter, and of course Almighty Modification. Now the weakness of Almighty Modification definitely is the fact that it doesn't do damage to your opponent. So there's one weakness right there. And as far as his appearance in the game, I definitely think he will make it in alongside Renji. And I think they're going to do a similar announcement for Renji, and Yhwach is similar to how they did for Piccolo and Cell. Thank you for watching, and tell me what character you would like to see me do and you would like to see in the game. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Name